The Spit and Chicklets guys were suggesting Brayden Schenn as a potential fit
Mhm.
in Edmonton. And Liam, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I necessarily see it unless you're getting on board with basically using both Henrique and Nuge as wingers. But I I I love the player. He's got $6.5 million left on that deal for 1, 2, 3 more seasons. He is 33 years old already. His production's been fine. I'm just double
Mm.
checking his numbers this year to make sure I'm not off. Like he's got 11 goals, 21 assists in 32 games, and that is considering the fact he plays 17:36 a night. 20 goals, 21 goals, 24 goals the last few seasons. I feel like St. Louis is going to want an arm and a leg for him, and he's not a guy I want to pay that for. Good, really, really good player and proven winner and leader and all those intangibles. But if he's producing 11 goals in 56 games while playing 17 and a half minutes a night, what happens when he comes to Edmonton and he's playing 14 minutes a night? Is he scoring 7 goals every 52 games, a 13-goal pace? Like, we're just going to be on him for the same reasons we're on Henrique. And again, he's a better player than Henrique. He's a better bottom six guy than Adam Henrique. But I'm not giving up a whole bunch of stuff for Brayden Schenn and attaching myself to that contract. I don't think it makes sense.
I don't think the contract will be that bad once the numbers start moving around a little bit with the salary cap. $6.5 million will feel like not
Next year's
too much.
terrible, Liam. 6.5
It's
for
not.
next season is terrible for him.
I think terrible is a harsh label for it. I don't think it's likely that the Oilers would go after him because Doug Armstrong. I was reading some stuff about it today when I threw it in the notes. How they want quite a bit for him. I don't exactly know what the label would be. It's hard to find, obviously, a comparable for it. Like Thomas Hurdle's probably the closest one, whatever that was. David Enstrom, another pick, or a couple of that. But I think Hurdle was probably a less of a player than what they're very different, I suppose, aren't they? I think he's a guy
Hurdle's a way better player than Brayden Schenn is.
well, they're very different players. Obviously, the physicality Shem would bring would be something that I think would intrigue the Oilers. We spoke about it with Frank yesterday. That's something that they've been looking for as well on the market. But again, like it all comes down to the Evander Kane thing, doesn't it? Like we mentioned yesterday. And I really don't see him as much of an option for Edmonton. It'd be a difficult one to pull off for sure.
Yeah, and he's going to come here and be a third line center. I have no interest in paying my third line center $6.5 million next year. I just don't think that makes sense for the Oilers. If let's say St. Louis wants 2 premium assets to get Brayden Schenn, why wouldn't you just go trade 1 premium asset and get Scott Lawton, who's cheaper, younger, and a better fit to be your third line center?
Unless they made him the second line center and Leon played next to McDavid for the playoffs.
I don't think Brayden Schenn's a second line center anymore, though. I don't think he can keep up. Anyways. What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.